What I really have is I have this raised bed back here that's gotten overgrown with stuff. So I'm standing out in front of an area in front of my house where I have a raised bed. We can't see it because of all of the bushes that have overgrown. I've got like privet and azalea. It's not blooming right now. What I really have is I have this raised bed back here that's gotten overgrown with stuff. I'm gonna get my trimmer out, trim this back, and then I'm going to see about planting some herbs that I got at my local market here in my raised bed. So we'll see how this turns out. Okay, I know this looks really rough right now, but we gotta cut back and see what we've got, see what we want to keep. So I'm doing a really drastic cutback. I know that. I also want you to know that even though I don't have gloves on right now, I've got gloves I gotta go get. But I'm wearing my rain boots, socks pulled up, and gym pants basically, and long sleeve shirt. Even though it's a summer day, it's hot, it's muggy. I've been stung by yellow jackets before, sweat beads and things like that. And who knows what all is in here. I see some poison ivy. So I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna go get my gloves because I'm gonna start working with my hands in here. So I'll be right back. Oh, and safety. I've got my eyeglasses on. So I don't know if you noticed, but there was stuff flying everywhere. So make sure you've got your safety protection on. Okay, I think I've got some trees growing in my planter, so we're gonna check it out. All right, so right now I'm gonna be pulling up weeds. And that's so funny, because from an herbalist, we love weeds, but I don't want them in my culinary herb garden, my medicinal herb garden. So, some things have to go, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and try planting some of my herbs, even though I've got trees in them. Get my husband to pull those up. It's been raining so much that the ground is nice and soft, so hopefully it's not gonna take much. All right, got some of the weeds out. Now I can see a little bit more what's going on. I'm gonna get some more of these hedges going. I have poison ivy growing up the rail by those steps. It's truly a mess, I'll tell you that. But that's part of taking back. Well, it looks like I butchered this thing, but this looks like an azalea that has been overtaken by these bushes here. This is an azalea, and it too, oh, that looks dead. But this one right here, see, it's been overtaken by bushes as well. So I'm gonna cut that back a little bit more. This is hard work. Especially for somebody who's been sitting at a desk or on a laptop for the past 5 years. Okay, I gotta really be careful because down low I've got these bushes that have been here for a really long time. We've lived here for 25 years. So they've been here, and I cut this one way back. Got a tree growing there. Got these bushes that you can see the back ones look pretty scalped. And I got to get that last one down near the stairway and get that cleaned up. And then I'm gonna plant my herbs. Yes, I'm trying to decide what to do next. All right, so I'm gonna clean this up and go get my plants and put them in my planter. I'm gonna recharge my battery and maybe get some loppers. That may be another day, but I wanna go ahead and get those plants. I wanna get those plants in my planter because they've been sitting there and they need to go in the ground. I have got to show you what I just found behind the wood pile where our burn pile. Amazing. The dogs may start barking. We've got some great peas in the back, and I'm dumping my stuff into the wood pile, right? To burn later. The burn pile. Look at what I found. Isn't that amazing? Okay, we're gonna see if it's turkey tail or false turkey tail. Okay, so a couple of hours have passed and the sun is out and it's so hot, and I'm still wearing long sleeves because I've got these rough edges and insects and all that. But let's just see about what we're gonna plant. I have several things I wanna plant. I'm also gonna see if I can get these trees out on my own or if I have to wait for my husband. Realize that there were still trees here and that they had just been cut down instead of cut back. And since I don't want to use poison, we may have to make up like some extra strong vinegar to see if we can't get these clean. So let's see what we got. So it looks like I've got 2 echinacea plants, and so I'm gonna plant those here. I also have some lavender, but I don't want to do that here because it's it doesn't drain, and lavender needs to drain well. So I'm not going to do the lavender here, even though I have lavender. I've got rosemary, so I think I'm going to put that here and here. Put my echinacea down there. Oh, no, that's my lavender. This is my rosemary. This is my rosemary. I'm sorry. I know. That looks like that needs a little bit of water. So I've got some potting, fabric potting buckets that I'm going to put those in. I'm going to go get some sand for that. I've got basil. I've also got like spearmint, but I think I'm gonna put that in a pot as well, not in the ground. So here's my mint, very, very nice, and my dill, very tall already. So the lavender's gonna go back. Go in its own buckets. Needs some water. And like I said, mint's spread, so I think I'm gonna put it in a big bucket, cloth bag. So I just want to show you this. Georgia is known for its red clay, but look how nice and dark my clay is. Nice and dark, my dirt is dark. It's just too hot. It's already 83 degrees and the sun is shining right down. Just found a spoon. All right, kids, now I know where one of my missing spoons went. This guy's oregano. It's got some roots going out through the holes. didn't want to let go. There we go. That's one of the roots for one of those trees. And while I do truly respect the life of the trees, it's too close to the house. Hickories grow too big. It'll mess up the foundation of our house. So can't have that. So that one's got to go. This one, there's one right here. We're going to have to get some vinegar, extra strong vinegar, and just get rid of those guys. I hate it, but you just can't have your house foundation being torn up. Alright, this is my basil. What I need to do is get my soil pH tested to make sure these are going to do well out here. You know, sometimes you're so eager, you want to get your plants in the ground, that you don't do the first steps first. So I'll do that next. Okay, here they are. They're planted. Sorry about the lawnmower in the background. The neighbors are getting their lawn mowed, and I've got my plants planted. We've got that hickory tree that's still got to come out, but next to it is my rosemary, basil, dill, oregano, and my beautiful echinacea plants that are already blooming. Aren't they gorgeous? All right, even though the ground is wet, their pots were a little bit dry, so I'm actually going to go in. But because I just planted them, I just transplanted them back here, and they need water. Even though the ground is wet, we had a rain last night, I'm gonna go put some Bach flower walnut into some water to water them, because Bach flower walnut is really good for transitions for humans as well as plants. When we transplant our plants, it's a really good idea to put some Bach flower walnut in your water. Or if your plants are under distress for any other reason, you can use Bach flower rescue. So use your box for yourself, your kids, your pets, and your plants. So we've got those in the ground, and we will come back and check on them a little bit later this afternoon when someone's not mowing. And we have other plants that I'm going to put in potted planters as well. Check in soon.